Hi, what's going on everybody? It's Dr. Hyena and today I'm back with another video. And today I'm back with a very special video. Um, so lately, I've been a bit dormant as far as uploading videos goes, and you're probably wondering why that is, right? Especially with Wrath of Nature and Roblox, there just hasn't been a lot of that lately. And that's because I have been working on a mod with my friend Eli, goes up to his channel, and he actually came up with the name for this mod. It's called Pangea Ultima, and basically, um, we kind of came up with that name for something else. Basically, he was working on a video game that hasn't come out yet, and we're still not sure if he's really gonna carry through with that, but hoping he does. Um, but basically, the concept for that game was that Pangea, the supercontinent, was still a thing. There weren't separate continents, and so it's just animals from all over the world, basically. And here in this lovely chest, we've got lots and lots of spawn eggs of different animals from various parts of the world. And there will be more added to this. This is still very much an early work in progress mod, but so far there's about 20, so let's get some out. So spotted hyena, Thompson's gazelle, Bengal tiger, lioness, forest buffalo, ostrich, nilgai, greater kudu, jaguar, and then we can come back to these later. Oh, okay. And also, on top of the animals, this mod also adds some blocks. So here we've got the fig block, which here you'll see the purpose of that one later, but it does have a purpose. And then here's the fig leaves. So there is a fig tree structure that sometimes generates, especially in jungles and savannas. There's this lovely little purple flower that you can use to like decorate zoo exhibits and stuff like that. This spawns in the savannah, I believe. This is a stem for a cycad plant. And then there's the cycad itself. I'm not too familiar with the parts of the cycad plants, so if anyone can, kind of inform me down in the comments section, that would be fantastic. And then they'll generate kind of like this, so it'll have one stem block and then the cycad itself. And yeah, those are in jungles and savannas as well, though mainly jungles. And also, I'm just going to put that one away. Okay, so here we have a crafting recipe. So you take 5 planks, it doesn't matter what kind, and just in a little cross T lowercase thing like this, and then you'll get 5 cages. So when you place these down and right click on them, you get these wonderful little things that you see behind me. The texture for this will be updated since obviously it's not metal, but yeah. If you're looking to like build a zoo or even just have like little breeding houses for your animals, because some of them do drop things that you can use, this is pretty much ideal for that. So yeah, thought that was pretty cool. And then here is the crafting recipe for a big cage. So it's just 9 planks and then you get 9 big cages. So if you fly over here, so this is the big cage. So it's very useful for animals that are larger, like elephants, giraffes, rhinos, stuff like that. Hippos as well. Dang, trying to. Alright. So, let's go back to spawn. Or, well, back to this. And let's get started on the review. So, open this door. And inside here, these generate with the structure itself automatically when you right click on the block. You have some oak fences, some glass, some figs. This is the item. So basically, the use for the fig is when a Sumatran rhinoceros walks on top of a fig block, it'll give you a bunch of fig items, and basically they're food, so you can eat them, and they give you quite a bit of hunger, I believe. So yeah. You've got more cages, so you can make as many as you want. We've got 64 command staffs, which I'll show off in just a second what they do. And then some bone meal, so if you wanted to, like, you know, add some greenery to your exhibits, large or small, this works. And I think this exact same chest generates in all of the exhibit types. So yeah, that's very handy. And then of course we've got our own creative tab. This name will change soon. You know, I thought Christopher's Creatures is pretty catchy, but then again, Pangea Ultima is like, just sounds more badass, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Alright. Let's start spawning in some creatures. So, first is probably my favorite animal, the spotted hyena. Alright. So I actually just made this model today at the time I'm recording this video. There's the baby, which is an older model. But yeah, you know, they're about a block tall, or a little bit taller than a block if you count the mane. They'll spawn in savannas and deserts in groups of about 3 to 5 or so. And you're probably thinking, why don't they spawn in, you know, giant clans of like 80 or whatever? Well, the thing is, they actually spend most of their time alone or in very small groups in real life. And they actually do over 75% of their hunting solo. And again, when they do hunt in groups, it's usually very small groups due to how strict their hierarchy is, even at the dinner table, so to speak. And these guys are actually tameable, so if you take a command staff, it might take a few tries, so good to have extras, that's why I put these in there. If you right-click on them, oh, this time we got lucky, it happened the first time. Basically, it'll act kind of like a vanilla wolf, but a bit stronger and more instinctual in a sense, in that you know, if you're near its prey items like say ostriches or zebras, it'll still go after those even if you don't command it to. So, you know, it's still a wild animal, but it does help you fight hostile mobs and such, which is very handy. And then for the babies, if you right click on them, they grow up, and then you can tame them. And yeah, they'll follow you around and such. Again, very similar to vanilla wolves. Oh, here we go. One of them's coming. The other one can just teleport because, again, wolfish sort of behavior. Alright. Next thing we're gonna spawn, we're gonna actually have these guys sit down for a bit because I don't want them to get hurt by this thing. Oh, you're not the tamed one. Oops. Alright. Next thing we're gonna spawn is a big dangerous man-eater known as the Bengal tiger. So they'll pretty much attack anything because, you know, as far as carnivores go, I would say these guys are the true king of the jungle. I know a lot of like lion fans kind of get angry when you call any animal but a lion the king, but I mean, let's face it, the tiger is like, you know, it's quite a bit bigger on average. On average, not always, but on average, it's a bit larger and heavier. They seem to be more muscular in real life, and yeah. So, you know, personally, I think that's closer to being the king of the jungle for carnivores, though, because the actual king, as we know, is the elephant. So, these guys, again, very hostile, very aggressive, not tameable. They're not one that you want to be around for very long. Alright. Oh, and also you'll want to try and protect your farms and such from these guys, because they can't jump fences, thankfully. I'm still trying to figure out how to do that. But they will, again, attack pretty much any living animal, or even monsters and stuff, so yeah, be careful with them. Alright, Eames, you can follow me now. And next thing we're gonna spawn is the Thompson's gazelle. So this is one of the animals that your pet hyenas will hunt without being commanded to. So we're just gonna sit them down real quick and put him. I mean, I already put him out there, but yeah. So these guys, very, very delicious. They drop quite a bit of meat. Or no, they drop one meat, but it gives you a lot of hunger. Especially if you cook it first. So here, this was actually the same texture I used for the buffalo steak back in Africraft. But the thing is, I wanted to give that use to a different animal. You know, more abundant, common wild animal. And as such, I gave that use to the gazelle. So yeah. Alright, we can get our other two hyenas. And over here, we can spawn pretty much their greatest enemy, or one of their greatest enemies. Yeah, come on, let me in. Alright. So, another somewhat aggressive, not tameable mob is the lioness. And actually, I was gonna spawn the male lion separately, but I can spawn it here too. Yeah, here we go. So I used the black mane male lion. There aren't any variants yet. There may or may not be in the future. We'll just have to see about that. But overall, you know, I think this is one of my favorite big cat models on Minecraft that I've seen so far. Definitely my favorite that I've created. And then the females look great too, I think. And if you're wondering about that little tuft of mane on there, that's because originally I was planning to just have like the lioness with the Savo lion mane, but I decided, you know, might as well add the big black mane male lions as well. And again, the male lion behaves very similarly to the tiger, if I remember correctly, so, you know, it'll attack basically anything, and yeah, you definitely want to keep your pets and such away from them. In fact, I think they're trying to get to my hyenas right now, so, hey, out of the way. Yeah? Alright. So, let's see what's next. Forest buffalo, great, alright. Oh. Oh, hey, buddy, you gotta get out. Actually, I don't think these guys hunt the forest buffalo, so they'll be fine. Unless I make them. But yeah, this is another animal from the Africraft mod. It is probably one of my favorite models, and I know a lot of people were missing this one because it was gone for a bit, but it is back now in all of its glory. And yeah, spawns in jungles. If you right-click on them, they drop the horn shed, and just like in Africraft, you can use that to craft the spear. Yep. It's not as OP as in Africraft, because I felt like that was a bit too much. Hey, where are you going? Where are you going, buddy? Come here. Alright. So, there's that. Don't worry, the hyenas can like teleport and stuff, because again, it's all the tameable animals in Minecraft can basically, so that these modded ones get it too. Let's see, this one's empty, so let's spawn our ostrich in here. So these ones, I think the hyenas will naturally hunt, so I'm gonna close the door there. Alright, so yeah, some very big birds. I may or may not make these rideable later on, but for now they will give you some feathers, which is always useful, so you can craft your little like arrows and such. And yeah, very big, cool bird, spawns in savanna, and I'll probably make it spawn in the desert too, since they can survive in very arid areas in real life. And yeah, this one, by the way, is subject to remodel. I might redo the ostrich model and texture, or at least the texture. But yeah, so there's that, Mr. Big Bird. And let's see what's next. Wait, hang on, is that? No, that's it. That exhibit is definitely full. Okay, you guys stay out there. So here is the nilgai. It is a large Indian antelope, also known as the blue bull, and I can kind of see why. So it's not just my texturing, by the way. Like, if you look at an image of a real nilgai, they are very much like they kind of have a bluish tinge to them in most lighting scenarios, and especially like the lower legs get like dark bluish. So yeah, I can see why they're called that. Pretty cool animal. They drop some, not gazelle chops, but oh, you can ride them, by the way. That's cool. Since they're quite large and docile. But if you attack them, of course they're gonna fight back. I'm trying to. Oh, sorry, I have the morph mod installed, which is not part of my mod. But they do drop meat, as you can see, and yeah. Alright, let's put that one away. Okay. Is that? Okay, yeah, sometimes they hide, so I can't really tell if I spawned them there or not. But here is the greater kudu, another animal from the old Africraft mod, although slightly updated texture, just slightly. Like, I changed how I do the eyes on my herbivores now. And yeah, kind of same function as the nilgai, except they spawn in savannas instead of swamps. And I believe in jungle edges too, so that's nice. Alright, now for another big cat. I think this is the last big cat for now, or last true big cat, which I'll get to explaining that in a moment. So here is the jaguar. It is the third largest cat on Earth, and you actually can't take these guys, since, you know, compared to other pantherine cats, like true big cats, they are actually quite docile, surprisingly. So again, just command staff, and yeah, that's their sitting pose, very fancy. Sort of that typical big cat laying. Oh, he's hiding in a box or a chest. Come this way, buddy. Yeah, there we go. Kind of wanted to showcase the head while it's laying. I guess you can kind of see it there. So yeah, very cool animal. Spawns in jungles, and I might make it spawn in more environments later since they're actually quite adaptable in real life. So yeah, very cool animal. Okay. Now let's go back and get the other spawn eggs. Okay, so we've done away with those. Oh, there we go. Silly me. Alright. Giraffe, water buffalo, Sumatran rhino, African elephant. Male line we already spawned. Puma, zebra, honey badger, warthog. And I'm saving that one for last for a reason. It's a bit of a controversial pick, honestly, but I mean, I like it, so yeah. Alright. Let's go over to a big exhibit for this, because this is a bigger animal. So this is actually the smallest type of rhino. This is the Sumatran rhinoceros. It's the closest living relative to woolly rhinos, and you can easily tell why. Oh, don't get stuck in there, buddy. Yeah, they're covered in, on their body it's thin, but like when you go down to the belly and below it gets thicker, and I included that. They're covered in some hair, cute little tails, and you know, got those thick skin folds and such. They've got pretty short horns compared to other rhinos, although granted for the model I went off of like a larger specimen, so he has like decent horns. But yeah, you know, overall I think I did a really good job on this model. I was very pleased with how it came out. And here, I'm gonna show you what it does with the fig for a bit. So, fig block, right? So if we just put it down, and if we ride him, because we can ride him, if we just do that, you can see it gives us a lot of figs. Very generous of you, sir. And then if we go into survival, we can in fact... Oh, that's the block. Very pretty. But, the thing is, we can actually eat the figs if we just... believe we... Yeah, there we go. Oh. So you can't really tell how much hunger they give because, you know, I'm already at full hunger. But they do give a decent amount if you collect enough of them, so that's always nice. Alright. Ooh, what the heck happened here? Okay. Alright, here, actually, I want to get my pets to follow me because I'm going to want to sit them down for some of these bigger animals. Sit down, sit down. Oh, no, sit. 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 Alright. So let's go into a smaller exhibit, this one actually. So this is one of the most elusive cats on Earth, and there's a bit of an argument as to whether or not it's a real big cat. I don't think it is because it's not in the genus Panthera, nor is it even in the Pantheraceae subfamily for that matter. So to me, they're not really a big cat, but I mean they're a large cat, but they're not a true big cat in my opinion. They're not one of the greater cats. So this is the puma, also known as the mountain lion, cougar, catamount. Florida panther is a subspecies of this. They spawn in a lot of biomes, but they're very, very rare. They're never abundant at all. And as you can see, he's trying to run away from me because they're very shy. So, you know, if you see a glowing pair of eyes at night, consider yourself very, very lucky. But yeah, because I actually made the eyes glow at night. I'll probably do that to like the rest of the carnivorans too. So yeah, very cool little cat there. Or not little, they're quite big. Alright, and then in here, we can spawn a zebra. So, this is the plains zebra. I mostly based it off of the Grant zebra subspecies, but I realized it's a bit bigger than real life Grant zebras. Then again, Minecraft has a lot of oversized and undersized animals, so I think that's okay for the moment. But yeah, they are rideable, but you can't strafe with them. So I'm hitting A and D right now, but that's not doing anything because you have to actually go forward with them. And when you do take turns, they're going to be very wide turns, as you can see. So you have to like move with your camera rather than your A or D keys. So there's that. Pretty cool animal, not gonna lie. They actually can, like if you try to have like 2 hyenas hunt this guy, or even more, one of them at least is gonna probably die in the process unless there's just like tons of them. And they even stand a decent chance of holding off a lioness. So yeah, they're tougher than they look, basically. And then here is one of Eli's models actually, so it's coming up. Me in. Alright, so this is the honey badger, also known as the ratel. Yeah, I think I'm in peaceful mode, so that's why he's not doing any damage, but they're very aggressive. You know, they're intelligent in that they can like escape enclosures and stuff, but as far as like knowing when to fight and when to run, they're not so smart in that regard. But yeah, this guy will probably be getting a remodel by me. This was pretty much just like a test for Eli to like get used to modeling and stuff in Blockbench, which he's actually gotten better at. But yeah, very kind of naughty, mischievous little animal. They're not invincible by any means. Like, I notice a lot of like honey badger fans kind of just assume that they're like, you know, undefeatable just because they can like scare stuff off, but that's obviously not the case. I've even seen like a juvenile brown hyena like carrying pretty much like a full-grown honey badger in his mouth because You know, they have tough skin and loose skin, so it's hard to like bite or scratch through for like sharper tools, like sharper teeth and claws. But since brown hyenas are bone crushers, yeah, he didn't have much of a problem with that. So yeah, unfortunately for the honey badger, that was the end of his days. Oh no, you're not getting out of there. But yeah, very mischievous, kind of cute little animal. All right. Let's. Ooh, I kind of messed that one up, didn't I? That's okay. Oh, I didn't. Let's go. So, here we have the desert warthog. So obviously this is based on the hoglin, I believe. I think that's what they call it. But I have made some changes, so I've changed the ears, changed the texture, obviously. Um, I added a tail for it, although it's not animated yet. I might do custom animations like when 1.20 comes out, because you know Gecko Lib and stuff, which basically is a thing that allows modders to animate their animals. But yeah, very cool little guy. Um, I'll make him probably more useful in the future. Like I'll probably drop some kind of like special meat. Keep in mind this mod is very much still early work in progress. But yeah. Alright. Go back, sir. Okay. Alright, let's see what's next. Ooh, Komodo dragon. So this is another one of Eli's models, but then I textured it. So, this guy does have a venomous bite, and we're gonna test that. So if I go not game mode, dang it. Difficulty easy. So their venom is gonna kill you pretty quick, and they're gonna continuously bite you as well. Yeah, not a lot of fun. I think you can tame them though if you don't like attack them. And oh, there we go. Sure, I don't remember what spawnings I had, but that's fine. Okay, peaceful again. We don't wanna die and lose all our stuff. But yeah, those guys spawn on island biomes, and I believe also in jungles. I'm gonna have to double check on that. But yeah, very cool, big lizard, and yeah, overall just world's largest lizard. Very famous animal, so I decided, hey, you know, might as well add it. I think a lot of people will be happy about its inclusion. And yeah, I think Eli did a really good job on the model. And then, as far as my textures go, I mean, it's pretty good. It's not amazing like my mammals, because I'm just not used to texturing reptiles. Then obviously that tail animation will be changed. But yeah, very cool little guy. Or not so little. So now, let's spawn a water buffalo. Oh. Well, that works too. And they also drop the horns. Basically just the wetlands version of the forest buffalo. You know, they're not too aggressive, but if you attack them, of course they'll fight back. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. So yeah. Alright. Moving on to a very, very big animal. We've got the reticulated giraffe. So this one, yeah, I think you can ride it. That's cool. And his neck like wiggles and stuff, and his ears. But this one is also from the later versions of Africraft. They're very, very tall animals, as you can see. You don't want to mess with them. They'll kick you and do quite a bit of knockback and damage. But yeah, overall, one of my favorite savanna animals, and very happy to have added it in the mod. Alright. So now let's go into another one of these massive enclosures. Alright, so this is the largest land animal on Earth, the African bush elephant. Yeah, so that rumble, that sounds kind of aggressive to us, like kind of scary, but that's actually their friendly call. They do that like during greeting ceremonies and such. And their hurt call is actually the famous trumpet. Like, oh yeah, and good thing I have peaceful turned on because yeah, they do a lot of damage. They like two-shot you for fairly obvious reasons. I mean, they're enormous as you can see. Let's go in creative so he doesn't follow us so much. Alright. But yeah, overall I'm really happy with how this model turned out and texture. I think it's my best to this day. And yeah, you can ride them obviously. They are, in my opinion, I'd say they're the true king of beasts. Like, their size, their super high intelligence, overall, just wonderful animal, and definitely one of my favorites. It was actually my absolute favorite when I was a child, like growing up. And then now, as I've grown, looking back at it, I can easily see why. And a lot of people seem to underestimate elephants. I mean, I don't know why you would do that. Like they don't have that size for nothing. Let's just say that. But yeah, overall, very very cool animal. And was definitely very happy about being able to add this guy to the mod. Alright, now for the last animal, the most controversial pick, I suppose, the Thylacine. Now you're probably thinking, why even add this, right? Actually, I forgot one. Animal, the Moto here. So you're probably thinking, why even add the Thylacine? It's extinct. It doesn't even exist anymore. Well, a lot of you guys will probably know this watching this video, but there is a team that is working to bring them back from extinction. And on top of that, personally, I don't think Papua New Guinea has been searched well enough to, officially say, oh, that animal is extinct. Like, it's just so remote. It's all like, tribal areas. Nobody from the Western world really goes there, and when they do, they usually find all kinds of new stuff. So, I absolutely think there are thylacines living out in Papua New Guinea. As far as mainland Australia and Tasmania go, probably not, especially not Tasmania, just because of like how recently we wiped them out there. But yeah, very cool little marsupial. I forget if you can tame them. No, you can't. But they are quite shy. They'll spawn in rainforests and badlands and deserts because they actually range, again, all the way from Papua New Guinea through Australia and down into Tasmania. So yeah, that's they're very adaptable in terms of what kind of habitat they can live in, and that is reflected in the mod too. So let's just close that. Giraffe, elephant, rhinos over there. Oh yeah, here's the last big animal, or just the last animal of the mod for now. So this is the hippopotamus. This is another model I'm really proud of, to be honest, like especially the texturing. So this is Africa's pretty much most aggressive animal as far as I'm aware. They kill over 500 people a year. Probably way more than that, to be honest. Like, imagine how many go unreported, right? Because, like, especially since they live near rivers and such. So that always has to be taken into consideration. But yeah, they're very territorial about their bodies of water. They run surprisingly fast, just like in real life. And yeah, overall, very dangerous yet very cool and majestic, in my opinion, animal. Here, actually, let's get them to attack something, because they'll attack basically anything. Like even just like, yeah, let's get a turtle. Why not? Ticklish turtle. Yeah, I actually gave it some like teeth on the model, as you saw there. And they'll open their jaw as they charge and bite. Yeah, look at that. So yeah, this is definitely something you want to stay far, far away from in survival mode. So I think that's about it. I'm just gonna double check, make sure I didn't miss any animals. Okay, let's see. We've got Thylacine, elephant, male lion, puma, zebra, honey badger, reticulated giraffe, water buffalo, jaguar, nilgai, greater kudu, ostrich, forest buffalo, lioness, Bengal tiger, Thompson gazelle, spotted hyena, and Komodo dragon and warthog, which will be moved to the creative tab soon enough. So that is all for my mod as of so far. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys have a lot of fun playing with my mod. And I have been using it with my friends, like Eli and them. It is compatible with servers, thankfully. So you can feel free to use that on your survival servers or even creative if you just want to build a zoo. Like, why not? But yeah, that's gonna do it for today. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you have fun with this mod. I definitely had a great time making it. I hadn't done Minecraft modding in quite a bit, because I kind of take a break, or take breaks between that and Wrath of Nature and go back and forth between the two. But yeah, alright, see you guys in the next video, which will probably be another Minecraft video, but don't quote me on that, that could be wrong. Alright, see you next time. Till then, take care, peace out, and goodbye.